What's going on, everyone? This is day 44, I believe, of the series Dreams to Reality. It's a series where I talk about my journey on going from 0 to 10K in a month, as well as dropping little pieces of gems and knowledge throughout the entire process. A little bit of background knowledge on me. I'm a former athlete. I played basketball for about 15 to 16 years up until JUCO, and then I transferred over to entrepreneurship, where I now run an insurance business with my father, and I started a marketing agency where we work with restaurants, dealerships, and real estate agents and helping them with their organic social media marketing via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, etc. But the video that the piece of knowledge that I kind of wanted to talk about today was, I wrote it down. It's how I stay disciplined when my motivation fades. Now, we can all be honest, right? I'm sure if you're watching this video, we've all been scrolling on TikTok before we go to sleep, and we see those motivational videos, or on YouTube, or whatever you are scrolling on. You see that motivational videos, you think about, oh, I want to start this business, or I'm going to wake up in the morning at 5 a.m., I'm going to go work out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And that's fine. Everyone, has those motivation, those 5 minutes of motivation. And then you might end up doing that for maybe a few days or a week or so, but sooner or later that motivation fades. And when that motivation fades, this is where your discipline kicks in. Because if you're disciplined, then you're going to continue to do the things that are going to help you level up in your life, whether that's with school, whether that's in your company, whether that's you're starting a business, or whatever it is that you're currently working on. Having that discipline is what's going to take you to that next level. Now, that's not something that's easy, though, right? Because if it was easy, everyone would be disciplined and everyone would, be grinding to get to that next level. A lot of times when that motivation fades, people get complacent and they just go back to being the old version of themselves. And that's not going to help you level up to what you truly want to become, whatever your goal is. Now, I was writing down a little bit. So motivation is kind of like a spark. It gets you started. But discipline, on the other hand, is your engine. It's going to keep you going even when that first spark burns out. It's the habits that you build and you must stick to no matter what. No matter if things go extremely well or things are not going well. That discipline and consistency is what drives success. We see this in any story of someone who's made it. They always go back to one thing. It's the discipline that it takes and the consistency of fighting through thick and thin. No one ever starts a business and everything goes perfectly, everything goes according to plan, and they just they just start printing money. That if someone tells you that, they're lying. There's gonna be days where things are completely going to shit. And I've been through this, and I'm not even a super millionaire. I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. But I've even had days where it's like, I plan to go out and do this, get this done, get that done, sign this client, do this, do that. And the complete opposite happens. And then you can either go into a mindset of, oh my God, like, this is bullshit. I don't know why this keeps happening. I quit. Or you can say, okay, this happened, but what can I learn from it? And how can I get better? How can I stay disciplined? And how can I just get up and do the same thing tomorrow and have a different result, because I learned on what I learned from my mistakes. I learned from, watching other people's videos and just reanalyzing, okay, how can I get a little bit better so that when this same situation happens in the future, I'm more prepared and I can get that client. I can, start making this amount of money or whatever it is that you're doing. It always comes down to your consistency and your discipline. Now, the thing that is going to keep you disciplined when that motivation fades is your why, right? Why are you doing the thing that you're starting? Why are you going to start that business? Why are you going to school to study engineering? What's your why? Because if you don't have a why, you're going to burn out, and then you're going to be like, you're going to feel like as if you have no purpose. Now, once you have your why, you can always go back to that once your motivation fades out, because you're saying, okay, this is why I'm doing it, because I want to have financial freedom, or because I want to have my time back. I don't want to go to that 9 to 5, because I want to inspire others to be the best version of themselves, because I want to go out and change people's lives, right? What is your why? Because once you have that why, that is going to keep you disciplined, and that's going to keep you going every single day. But now, if you don't have a why, you better figure it out, because if not, then don't be surprised when you get stuck in, you know, a loophole of feeling down and depressed and sad, as if, like I said, you don't have a purpose. Once you have your why, then it comes down to setting goals, right? I build goals. I build attainable goals that I know I can reach, and once I reach those goals, I can go out and build again. For example, when I first started my marketing agency, I first said I just need to sign my first client. No matter how many dealerships, no matter how many real estate agents, no matter how many restaurants we went to, our first goal was just sign our first client. We didn't go out and say we need 50 clients by the end of the year, or 50 clients by the end of the month, or we need $50,000 by XYZ months, right? Those are kind of I wouldn't say unattainable, but I'm just saying, like, set goals that you know you can actually hit, rather than setting these super crazy goals that if you don't hit it in that X amount of time, then you're going to feel extremely down and you may not even want to keep going. So our goal was, let's just get our first client. Within 2 weeks, we got our first client. Then we get referred to after that. Then we go out and get more clients after that. But it's just setting attainable and clear goals that you can strive to get at every single day. And you can either write that down in your journal. I have my journal right here. I write down all my goals, what I'm feeling like every single day, what I'm going through, and it just lets me put things that are going on in my mind on paper so I can reflect and internalize what's going on and see where my head is at, where my goals are. And every day it's good to just look at what your goals are, look at what you want to do, and that's going to help you stay disciplined, to reaching your goals. After you set those goals, then you have to start building a routine, right? What does your day-to-day look like? When you have a routine, that routine is what's going to allow you to perform. It's the same way, LeBron, Curry, Kobe, all these high-level athletes, they don't just show up if the game's at 7, they're not going to get there at 6:30 and then just warm up, stretch, and then, play and expect to perform at a high level. No, they get there hours before. They wake up in the morning, they eat breakfast good, they stretch, they probably get a massage, they get to the facility, they get treatment, they stretch again, maybe lift weights, they get on the court, put up hundreds of shots, and there's a routine that goes into it so that when it's game time, they're prepared to perform at an extremely high level. And now this is, if it's going to work for them, and if it works for all these high level, people, why wouldn't you apply that to your daily life if you're, striving to get to that next level? So whether that's waking up earlier or going to the gym in the morning or meditating, journaling, reading, setting a routine is just a great way to, keep mental clarity, remove brain fog, and ultimately just have a more, how should I say this? Basically, just when having that routine, it keeps you from straying away and doing all these random things at random times. Whereas if you could just go on a straight path, and that's going to keep you more focused. Now, after you build your routine, once again, you just look at your goals and you start breaking down your goals one at a time. How can I get to these goals step by step? Every step you go, you hit a new goal, then you build another one. What steps does it take to get to the next goal? Another one is track your progress, right? If you're not tracking your progress, then you're not going to know what it's going to take to get to X amount of dollars or whatever it is that you want to do, right? For example, if my first goal was to get a new client, then I have to track, okay, how many people did I approach? How many people allowed me to get a meeting? And how many people did I close? If I'm not paying attention to these 3 things, I'm just out there at random, and it's not gonna be the best way for you to grow, because you don't know what you're even working on. You don't know what you can work on. You don't know what it's going to take to get to that next level if you're not tracking what you're currently doing. And then pretty much after that, it's just staying accountable, and once again going back to your discipline. And don't expect instant gratification. I say this in a lot of my videos. Things aren't going to come like this. They're not going to come as quickly as you want, and you have to be okay with that, right? We can plan for things to happen in a month or in a week, few weeks, or a year. But at the end of the day, you just have to stay consistent in the process, because we never know when that goal is going to come. God does. And, just having faith in Him and having faith in His plan for us, right? If you just align with what He wants and give all glory to Him, your goals are going to happen sooner or later. And they may come even bigger than what you could have ever imagined. But it's just going to come down to having faith, staying disciplined, and having a routine, and, just keep working every single day to turn your dreams into reality. So that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about on, how I just stay disciplined. It's just going back to your why. Why are you doing it? Create a routine, set goals, and just build on that every single day, just so that you can turn your dreams to reality. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about in today's video. I kind of was a little bit more organized. I wrote down a few ideas that I wanted to speak about. I'll probably start doing that in my future videos, but that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Khalil Forrester. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.